Hey yo, it's Leno and welcome back to another episode of my hardcore Let's Play. In last episode, we rebuilt the very first house that I've ever built on camera, and we did a little interior inside, nothing too crazy. Now in this episode, I do want to go on ahead and make a storage room, probably down this bottom corner, and outside I really need to fix my food situation, so what I'm thinking is I might try to use some of the land around here for some fields, and things like that. And I just really want to kind of beautify the area around the starter house in general before I start working on the village or anything else over there. Mainly because I'm going to see more of this than anything else, so I really want to focus on this. But I do want to eventually get around to doing that stuff over there. So as I was saying, I just want to figure out where to put a field, and then I also need to do a storage room. And I'm gonna probably go caving this episode because, well, last episode, even though it was the first episode, I went through so many iron tools, it was unreal. So I think I just need to go on ahead and try to get that situated. Now, I do have a few diamonds left in my storage room in here, but I mean, that's pretty much it. So I think I've got my work cut out for me. I'm gonna go on ahead and get started on doing this on stream now. And, well, I think I'm going to let chat decide on where I start. So if you guys want to be a part of any future decisions in terms of what I'm doing here in the hardcore world, then be sure to turn on that notification bell so whenever I go live from here, you are notified. And, well, then you can be a part of some of the decision making that goes on here. Anyway, enough rambling for me. I'm going to get started streaming. I will see you guys here in a bit. So this is where you guys come in. I kind of want you guys to decide what it is that I am going to start this episode with. Am I going to start with caving? Am I going to start by making a storage room? Or am I going to start by doing a field? It's up to you guys. Up to you guys. There goes any hope of you not dying. Yeah. I mean, it just is what it is. Diamonds are temporary. Fish are forever. Of course. Puddles shine, of course. So, it looks like we're going caving to start things off. Okay. Well, let's do it. I think we'll start by going through the... Never mind. Starting right here, chat. You're starting right here. Let's grab that. That's a creeper. That's a zombie. That's a bunch of mobs. Oh, there's diamonds right there in the water. Alright. Alright, creepers. There we go. That was so dangerous, and I did it anyway. Is that a spawner? I'll finish my rant here in a second. Is that a spawner? That's the zombie spawner. That is a zombie spawner. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna take it. Oh, we had a few creepers. Okay. Cool. And a zombie. I totally meant for that to happen, chat. Totally meant for that to happen. Hopefully I'll find 2 more diamonds in here. Whoops. Oh, okay, I found them. Sick. Oh, I found more than 2. Okay, I'll take it. Oh. I think this is the biggest vein I've found so far. Gonna take that. And we're going home, y'all. And didn't that happen on stream? So, like, that was even more embarrassing for myself. Hey, skeleton. Now is not the time for that. I don't even see the skeleton. Where is it at? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Now, I'm not going out like this. I'm not. Granted, last time I yelled that was during Suffer Together, and I ended up going out like that. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, I forgot I had a shield, E. You know I never play with a shield. Famous last words. Look, I don't want to talk about it. And food, yes, I did just eat. Down at the bottom of the fall. Yeah. Well, I'm finally away from it now, so we're good. We're good. I only slightly panicked. All right, chat. We're doing the thing. We are doing the thing. There we go. Now I can get rid of this. There we go. Plano's in diamond now. Sick. Love it. All right, no more caving for today. I've almost died way too many times. I forgot to record a transitional bit for this next part, and well, all I decided was that I wanted to go exploring, because I have yet to do that really in this world, so let's just get to that. I've gotten everything together now, and I think I'm gonna go on ahead and start exploring. Now, I also kind of forgot bundles were a thing, So I'm glad to have one of those, especially now that I actually know how useful they are. I know that way is the direction that we came from, and I know that way is probably leading back towards some of the snowy mountains that I don't really want to head towards. So I'm for sure gonna go out this direction and just see what happens, and I probably should grab my coordinates before I leave here, and we're just gonna see what we can find. I definitely want to explore some other biomes. I definitely want to find as many of the different saplings as I can get, and just maybe some other things. Now hold on, there are bones in here, so if I can find some dogs somewhere, I would love to get myself an animal. Yeah, I got 19 bones in that one. Wow, okay, I've got quite a bit. This should be enough to get a couple of dogs. So yeah, I think with that, we're just going to start exploring and let's see what we find. I've been running in about 1,000 blocks or so in, well, one of the directions from home. I don't know which way I even ended up going, but I'm away from home now, and I went through this swamp, and right up here past the swamp is a dark oak forest, so that's pretty neat. That's one sapling I can take off the list. I've been running for about 20 minutes now, and so far the only thing I've found is that dark oak forest and this village over here, and that's it, which is kind of whack. I really could do with some good luck with some more biomes right about now. Maybe I do need to go back towards the snowy area. Maybe I'll find something different over there. I don't know. Just south of that village is a mangrove forest, which is going to be pretty sick. I really, really love the mangrove wood, so I'm really excited for that. I'm definitely going over here and getting a few of the propagules. And now just across the way, there is an acacia biome, so definitely going to go grab that. Acacia is one of those things that I just don't use. I find myself not ever needing that color, I guess. I don't know, I find it incredibly underrated. Maybe I can find a place to use it in this series. Okay, there's a couple of dogs out here. I'm definitely getting one. Come here. Oh, okay. The first bone? Oh, what? It gave me the hearts, but it didn't give me... Okay, whatever. That's weird. You guys seen that, right? I found another dark oak forest, and right up there is a pale oak forest. Now, I don't know how big that is, and honestly, I don't really care to find out. I'm not even planning on getting the resin right now. I'm definitely going to take the coordinates for later for that stuff, but I mainly want the pale oak saplings and a little bit of the wood to carry back home. And I think I'm going to grab that, and I think I'm just going to head on back because I've already been out here for like an hour, and I have yet to really see anything too crazy. So my house is right over here, and apparently I went the complete opposite direction of where I was going. I said I was going that direction. I ended up going like that direction. So, yeah, that's nice. We're back home now, and I've gone ahead and I've sorted the saplings that I do have, but this storage room is getting out of hand. I said that this was going to be next episode. No, this is going to be this episode, and I'll worry about the fields and stuff later. I'll deal with that probably next episode, and instead we are definitely going to do the storage room because this is getting to be too much already. So I'm going to take care of that, but I do have a lot of saplings up here, and by a lot I mean mostly oak, but I do have oak, spruce, birch, dark oak, pale oak, mangrove propagules, something like that, propagules, and acacia saplings. Now the acacia, apparently I got some last episode and I forgot about it, so I guess it is what it is, but yeah, we've got pretty much all of this. I just need a few other different saplings, and then that is good to go. But I'm not going to worry about exploring that much today because, well, I've already been running around for a little over an hour, hour and a half maybe, and I'm done searching. I'm ready to build something. So instead, I am going to start digging out a storage room, and I guess I will see you guys here in a bit. All right, so quick update. I have been digging out this room for a little bit now. I did it on stream, and I had flashback running, but kind of figured that just me digging out a hole in the flashback recording would be a little bit boring. So I just kind of did all of this on a stream and then just figured I would update you as I go. So I've got this room. You can see the walls, we've got a little bit of shape, and we've got a little bit of a framework going here. And this is the first time I'm using the pale oak with the ceiling. So that's kind of cool, but that's pretty much all I've done. This is a pretty standard storage room for one of my bases, but again, this is a tried and true method for building storage rooms in my own world, and I love these designs, so I'm going to stick with it. Now, there's a couple of other things that I need to do, such as, well, decorate the ceiling a little bit and the floors, and we'll just the room in general, because these couple of walls are a little bit bland, other than the little smelting array that I've got right here. And I need to cover up all of this up here as well because, well, you can kind of see the earth above, and I don't really like that. So we've made solid progress, but overall this room needs a little bit more decoration, and then I'm gonna start trying to organize everything down here. But yeah, I mean, a lot of this, like I said, has been done on stream, and I know this episode has been focused around streaming, and the pacing is a little bit weird. Just bear with me, okay? I kind of didn't really know what I was doing when I started this video, so we're just gonna roll with it and see what happens here. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up down here and then showcase what all I've done, and yeah, I guess I will get back to you here in just a little bit. So I have finished the storage room, and I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. Now, it is a little bit different in terms of colors, but I kind of like it. So chat suggested I use the pale oak for the ceiling, and I honestly kind of like it. And then I decided to add in this little bit of shape up here because it just needed something. The flat ceiling wasn't cutting it. And down here on the floor, I started texturing with, well, the strip spruce logs, as I always do. And then I thought about doing the trapdoors, which is something that I kind of forget I can do. And then I tried something else that I've never done before, and that's add these barrels in the floor, but upside down. So these barrels, they have the same texture as the bottom of the plank, but they have this little outline right here, which makes it look like the board has been shifted or affected by use, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it, but I hope you're getting the picture there. So I'm really, really happy with that. And I did that pretty sparingly throughout the floor. There's also more under this carpet here, but then I put the carpet over it because I wasn't thinking. And then we've got these lanterns and stuff around here for just a little bits of lighting because torch spam is kind of ugly. And then my little workstations right here, a little furnace array back here, and we've got all of our chests, which have yet to be organized. I've got all of my stuff kind of just scattered out throughout here and in the chests above, but I'm going to do that off camera. I'm not going to worry about that right now. And yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it. It's super, super simple, but I honestly am really, really happy with how this turned out. I mean, I know I say that pretty much every time I showcase anything that I've built, but I kind of am. I really am happy with this, and I think it looks good, and this is gonna pretty well serve its purpose. Now, at some point in the series, maybe I'll outgrow this, but it's not gonna be for a long while. Or, well, if I die before then, I guess we don't really have to worry about that either, but that's not the point. Now, there is, you know, a little other thing that I want to talk about. So I did mention at the beginning of this episode how I wanted to, okay, it is nighttime, let me go back in here real quick. At the beginning of this episode, I did talk a little bit about how I wanted to add a field out here and stuff like that, and then I just never got around to doing that. So that's going to be something that we do in next episode, mainly because I just don't have the time to keep working on this episode, so I want to go ahead and get something put out here and show you guys the progress that's been made. Okay, so just bear with me. The pacing might be a little different on some of these videos because, well, I am planning on streaming a lot of this world because, well, it's hardcore and why not? But I also really enjoy streaming, so I figure I might as well do a little bit of both. But I do want to record more of my streams to implement into these videos, but we'll just kind of get there when we get there. I'm figuring out the pacing, so just kind of bear with me. I know this episode has been a little all over the place, but I still appreciate you guys watching nonetheless. And as always, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.